Hi, this is Anais, Patreon Sage on YouTube, and thank you very much for stopping by my channel today. Please like, share, and most especially comment. I love hearing from people who are watching the video content and who are understanding the approach that I'm taking. So for those of you who have visited my channel before, thank you very much for returning. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm going to make this as quick as possible. First, I do intuitive readings. I have no set structure as of yet for these readings, and these readings for me are like jazz. I handle them as if they were a jazz composition. I am translating current energies for sacred union dynamics. Some people refer to that as twin flame. I, at this point, am doing daily readings for sacred union counterparts or twin flames. I do not focus my readings on any form of astrology. If I happen to show a card that has an astrological resonance for you, well, that's wonderful. But I don't focus on that. It, in a sense, it really overcomplicates the current energies that are happening within the sacred union dynamics. So let me just say that. One more thing. I use the terms divine masculine and divine feminine. These are not gender specific. From the perspective that I am in, sacred union is a function of the ascension journey that we are on, those of us who have chosen to be on the ascension journey. What else would I like to tell you? I'll explain as I go along, but I think that's probably enough to get you started. I do use a different variety of decks. I have the opportunity to inquire each morning, the question is simple. What are the current energies for sacred union, aka twin flames, right now? And then I translate those energies into language, and I will break that information into components as the translations require. Sometimes I will do an extended reading, and sometimes I won't. I'm not sure how this is going to go today. This may become an extended reading, it may not. If it isn't going to be an extended reading, it will be a long reading, and it will be presented to you in parts so that you can follow through, you can timestamp, you can pause, you can watch later, and there will be additional information about the educational content I offer on my website. And just to let you know that I do have a live workshop coming up in Philadelphia, September 21st and 22nd. It is Your Story or Your Life, and it is designed to help those who are waking up just get unearthed from their social selves and cultural stories and liberate themselves from their 3D construct emotional pain bodies, which is so much a part of the ascension journey. Okay, so I think I may use that clip and set it up as an explainer video. And I don't know that I want to go through that every single time, but then again, I don't necessarily mind repeating it when Source and Gaia and the guardian beings that I work with and the ascension the ascension coordinators that I'm in touch with are inviting me to share with you what I know and what I've learned about this process. I've been on the twin flame journey consciously and as a facilitator and as a guide since 1996. That's a long time ago. Okay, so with all that being said, let's begin the reading. Okay, so what I have been guided to do is to point out whether or not we are looking at a dynamic that is sacred union, inner feminine, inner masculine, The energy may be focused on one counterpart, either divine feminine or divine masculine, doing the inner work to come into a more mature state of union within themselves. Or the reading is, this is where the divine masculine is on the journey in current energies. This is where the divine feminine is on the journey in current energies, and how these two sides of the dynamic are relating to each other and what the flow is. And then I will go into what are the internal dynamics, the energetic dynamics, the spiritual dynamics, and then I may focus on the practical dynamics of what's going to be the action steps or the outcomes that will carry one or both partners to the next phase of their journey. And again, I'm doing these readings almost on a daily basis. It's a very dynamic situation. There are waves and waves of new energy rolling in from Source, being translated and coordinated through Gaia as part of her ascension journey, and then we are in the receiving end of that information. Okay, from higher densities and other higher, you could think of them as dimensions or domains. All right. Now, having said all of that, today's reading is about dynamics between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I'm going to go through the sections first about what's going on within the union in terms of each of the sacred partners, and then I'm going to go into the energy dynamics of that and what's going on, and then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to separate this out into an extended reading. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Swan, which for me is my Sacred Union card. And when this card comes out, I know that we're going to get some really important information about what is happening in the union. So this card came out to confirm and validate that we are talking about Sacred Union here, which helps me because I don't want to confuse those who are watching the videos and the content. So I have always premeditated, gone into meditation, asked to tune into and tap into the current energies, and then I translate these energies into words. I do not channel. There's not another part of me that has a separate name or a separate identity that speaks through me. And at this point, because I've been on this journey so long, I am completely integrated with all the higher aspects of myself, and we don't separate our voices. So it is my voice, and the information is coming directly through all of these integrated information sources as direct experience, as current energies, which then I translate into the English language. I don't speak light language, although I have done and will do that on occasion for my light worker and starseed clients if they should need that.